Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and this is the House of Rest. I'm coming on today to talk to you about balancing masculine and feminine energy. If that's something that you have been working on, if that's something that you're interested in, then maybe there are some messages that are here for you. I have been receiving so many downloads about balancing energy, about masculine and feminine, about yin and yang, about the seen and the unseen. And it's really starting to come together. We're doing something a little different today where I'm showing you the view outside of my home here in Bali. I'm not wanting this to be about me. This message is something that we need to hear as a collective. And I feel like if you are a more sensitive person to energy, then you have been experiencing the shift that we all have lately. It's been really intense. I feel like Source, the universe, God, nature, everything is calling out to us, trying to get our attention. I think that this has been happening for a while now, but now there's more of a sense of urgency. The rise of the twin flame journey has started to make so much sense to me now. People are thinking it's about relationship with a specific person, but it's about something that had to be the catalyst to really wake you up to something that you were refusing to see within yourself. And it really is for both people. They came together, as some people would say it, as under a spiritual contract, because it was going to be the one thing that truly caused you to go through this tower moment, for your whole life to be turned upside down, because there was a truth that you were not really seeing. There was a lie that you were living in, that you were avoiding, that you could feel, but you didn't want to. The word that's coming to mind is submit, accept. Submission and exception. Can't that be two sides of the same thing? When you submit an answer or you submit your test to the teacher and they accept it, they take it, they receive it. Everything in life is a balance. It's a yin, it's a yang, it's a giving, it's a receiving, it's an in, it's an out. There's two sides to it. And what I'm hearing God say, what I'm hearing Source say, what I'm hearing Light say, what I'm hearing the universe say, is that we have only been looking, we've only been acknowledging the things that we could easily see or experience with our senses. You think about the four elements of the earth: earth, air, fire, and water. Earth is the body. Earth is the physical. Air, that's the wind, that's our thoughts, that's how we communicate. Spirit, wands, energy, fire, our will. And then you have cups, you have your emotions, you have your intuition, you have the flow of your life that you can feel, that you can sense energetically. And there's two sides. There's two sides to those things. You have the inside of you, but you have the outside of you. You have how you think inside, and you have how you speak when the words come out. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. You have the inside of your body, your health, depending on how you're eating, depending on how you're nurturing your physical vessel. It can show up on the outside. It can show up in the physical. And the biggest thing that I want to come back and touch on is the energy of Cancer, physically in the world, as well as the zodiac sign of Cancer and what that represents. There's a hidden force, there's a hidden energy that people have not been wanting to see. Patriarchy, the rise of the masculine energy that wanted to suppress the feminine. It's all about the woman and the feminine, and some people took it too far, right? To the perverse side of it, to the distorted side of it, where it was about oppressing the masculine for the rise of the feminine. It's the same thing. God, source, nature, the universe, it's androgynous. It's androgynous. We're making it about the wrong things. We have this distorted image of reality. The hidden is what really carries us in life. When you think about even just your body, how your whole life force, it's inside of you. You can't see it. You don't see your heart pumping. You don't see your blood moving. You don't see your circulatory system. You don't see everything connecting and working to where you can move your arms and your legs and think and feel and go around and do all these things. There are some people that do consider what they cannot see. But the universe, I feel like God is saying something to us. The universe is saying something to us. And everyone feels it. Everyone is going through something. If you used to have money, if you used to be like this and like that, and you over here like, what's going on? What's going on with my money? If love has brought you to your knees, right? Like it's something is bringing you to your knees. Something's bringing you to your knees right now. And even if it's not physically to your knees, inside, oh, you feel it. Oh, you feel it. Like what's the disconnect here? And unfortunately, when we are forced to change, when we don't allow ourselves to have healthy resistance, you're gonna be forced. No one wants to be forced to change. You have to submit yourself to change. You have to accept change. You have to accept that that's how you grow. But the world has had this, I don't even know what we've been thinking, where a lot of people, they're just living their lives. They're living it without God. They're living it without considering the unseen, without thinking about the earth, without thinking about the space that we're taking up, our carbon footprints, our effect. The effect of our intentions. It seems like it has been seeming like it doesn't matter. Oh, but it does. Oh, but it does. And we have been living probably 50 to 100 to however many years of people doing whatever they feel. However someone can get instant gratification, that's what they're doing. And that's what we've been doing as a collective. It's like, it's no shade. It's all of us. It's all of us. There's things in our lives that all of us have not been willing to look at. And something is saying no more. No more of that. When your body is sustaining you and you refuse to take care of it, it gives up on you. It turns on you. You cannot continue to take and not give. Life is all about balance. God, the universe, source, it's perfectly balanced. It's androgynous. There's a yin and a yang. And we have been living this life only wanting to acknowledge selfishly. We've been making it about us. Everybody's been making it about them. But that's not how love works. And something is screaming at us to wake up. And I feel as though if we don't wake up, if we don't heed the warnings, then we're going to be forced to change. And we might lose some things that we did not have to lose. So, Saturn and Neptune coming together in the sky in the sign of Aries. Saturn representing masculine, if you will. Saturn representing form. Saturn representing structure. Saturn representing reality. Has merged, has come together with Neptune, the planet of our spirituality, of our dreams, of our intuition, of the unseen, of the illusory world. I don't feel like that's the word, but you get what I mean. They've come together. Come together right now. As above, so below. As within, so without. Are we listening? Are we looking? Are we perceiving through the veil? There's more that meets the eye. Don't judge a book by its cover. Right? And what have we been doing? As soon as we feel like we can identify something, oh, we're running with that. But are we really considering the other side? It's time for us to come into union with ourselves. And the so-called twin flame journey, a spiritual awakening, when we experience the death of a loved one, when you experience losing what was most important to you, what happens? Do you experience change? Does something inside of you wake up? Do you see something that maybe you didn't see before? Does your heart soften? The unseen part of you, they call it what? Your inner child. It's been screaming for your attention. We have all these different spiritual communities and spiritual tools about how to heal your inner child, how to balance your masculine and feminine, and all of this and that. But there's still something that we're not seeing. That's that hermit energy. The hermit in the tarot. The distorted image of the 9. Of the person who thought that they could do it alone. That they complete themselves. There's a distortion behind this. People have been thinking that they can find peace without God, without considering source. People think that they can avoid structure, that they can avoid rules, that they can avoid, and it's less about rules. Law is about structure. People need laws when they don't when you don't understand. Who needs training wheels? Someone who doesn't know how to ride a bike. We had to learn our own power and capacity that is within us. There is a spark of life something that's moving and breathing within us that's caused us to have being. We are a fractalized piece or image of a whole. There is no doing life alone. There is no doing life alone. And the person who's been trying to do life without God, the person who's been trying to do life without their family, the person who thinks that they can create on their own is sadly mistaken, has a distorted image of themselves, doesn't understand how they fit together with a whole piece of something. There is a healing that needs to take place. Oh, everyone's on a healing journey. For what? To heal individually, to try to keep inner peace to yourself or something. It's about all of us. It's about everything. The person who is working out and taking care of their physical body but disrespects the earth, but litters. Do we even know where our garbage goes? Have you ever seen a landfill? There's something that we're all avoiding in different ways. It's different stories, but there's still distortion and avoidance. Balance needs to be restored before we get hurt. Before we hurt ourselves or harm ourselves anymore, we need to wake up. We need to wake up. And all of ourself, inside and outside of ourself, is calling out. Your mind, your will, your emotions, your body. Something's calling out to you. And the more you try to avoid it, the more you try to suppress it, the more you try to control it, it's just making it worse. So, this is the House of Rest. My name is Courtney. This channel is all about us learning how to come home to ourselves. Even with rest, there was a work. What would you be resting from? How would you know what rest is? There's always more that meets the eye. And wisdom is being able to see through the veil, to see what's hidden, to see what's not obvious. If you have been on a twin flame journey for years, for maybe a couple months, for maybe a couple days, maybe you're fortunate enough to find things like this after just a couple hours. And you don't have to go through the pain of ignorance. Awareness. What is awareness? The willingness to look when something has been brought to your attention. So there has been pain in life that have caused things to come to our attention. I would challenge the thought that that is actually God's grace and mercy. When you're given a warning, right? Because a warning, let's just use the analogy of being pulled over by the police. When you get an actual ticket and you have to pay, oh my God. But the warning, you still go through a similar sequence of events. You still get pulled over. You still go through the anxiety of, oh my God, I'm about to get a ticket. Oh, but when the officer just gives you a warning, lets you off with a warning, hey, you need to stop doing that. Hey, all right, continue on your way, but stop speeding. Oh, that is God's grace and mercy and truth to lead you and guide you into life, to remind you not to harm yourself, to remind you that your actions could harm you or another or both. So whatever is happening in the world right now, with the nature, with the spiritual awakenings, oh, something is screaming for our attention. And are we wise enough to listen? Or are we going to continue to avoid, to neglect, to live out our own selfish purposes that ultimately seem empty and unfulfilling? If you're not operating in passion and purpose and love and truth, does your life really have meaning? What do you really think you're doing? So I believe that God has to humble us, offer us grace without punishing us, offering us a different perspective. And it doesn't always feel good. When you're doing yoga, when you're running, when your heart rate is up. Now, some people have learned to love that feeling. Some people have learned to appreciate resistance. Because when you initiate the resistance, it's not as painful. But when someone's forcing you, it's a whole different energy. Sometimes we need to be forced out of love, sacred rage, us ignoring nature, ignoring God, ignoring the earth. And it rises up like, how dare you disrespect me? I have carried you. I have loved you. You have come out of me. And you have the nerve, you have the audacity to ignore me, to take from me, and not even acknowledge me. Sacred rage, Lilith energy. Oh, creation is tired. Still loves us. But the disrespect has got to stop. Us disrespecting ourselves, us disrespecting each other, and us disrespecting God, Spirit, Source, the womb of all of creation. How dare us? How dare us? But God is speaking. And there are a few that hear the call, and it's deafening. It's deafening. Even the people that are avoiding, I think they hear it as well, but they're experiencing it in a different way. but it's deafening. Oh, it's humbling us all. What is it in your life that has been so challenging and you don't understand? Why is it this way? Why did my money get like this, Lord? Why did my relationship get like this, Source? Why is my body acting like my enemy? It's because there's something that we have failed to look at, that we have failed to acknowledge, that we failed to nurture, that we failed to give attention, that we have failed to love. And with all due respect, it has said no more. You're going to look at me. You're going to listen to me. You're going to work with me. And if you don't, then I won't work with you anymore. I want to go somewhere where I'm appreciated, where I'm loved, where I'm respected, where I'm acknowledged. That we could call the divine feminine part of ourselves, which has been our strength, which has carried us. And we have defecated on her over and over and over again, and still expected her to perform. How dare us? And why would she? And our divine masculine, is tired too. Because again, we have expected it to perform, to work, to provide, to be strong. To hold you. No more. No more. This has been reflected in our relationships with each other. It's been reflected in the relationship with ourselves. Ultimately, I believe it's about the relationship with our Creator, the relationship with the unseen, the relationship with our ancestors, the relationship with the hidden. We have refused to acknowledge and appreciate it. Why is it that some of the most religious, I use the word religious because some of the most religious people, they're overweight, they're unhealthy. They think they're doing all this in the spirit, but they're disrespecting their bodies. And then you have people that might be, super spiritual, but they disrespect their family. They refuse to have relationship as if you are God, experiencing life on your own. And something is saying no more, guys. So this message, I hope, has been food for thought for you. What in your life have you been avoiding? What in your life have you been running from? What in your life have you been refusing to look at? What in your life have you been refusing to accept? What in your life have you been refusing to give to? Because that is the part that if you continue to avoid, I think it's going to force you into a change that you're not going to want. But we still have time. We still have time. We've been given a warning. And what are we going to do with it? There is still so much work to be done. And we cannot be afraid of it. So come into the house of rest. As always, I'm sending you so, so, so much love. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.